Sounds like there's a critical error in Sector 7. I've got no choice. I'm jumping in.
Today's tip might seem like a little bit of a retro tip, but we realized this year when we pushed out the link to install the new staff login program onto your computer so you could get credit for being here every day, we realized that we have a lot of people that are using webmail as opposed to setting up an Outlook client on their computer. And what we mean is you're going to the internet browser and logging in to check your email while at work. Now, webmail's fine for at home, but when we're at work, we really should just use Outlook for several reasons. One, we don't have to log in. Two, you get a lot more functionality as far as creating email and storing email. Plus, we have the issue like we had with the staff login. An internal link, a link to an intranet site, will not work through webmail because webmail is off the network, okay, and it's out on the wide world web. So today I'm going to go over real quick how to set up Outlook, guys, and it's real simple. You're going to start by going to the Start menu, go into Programs, and go into your Microsoft Office folder. It may be pinned to the Start menu in your case, and sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Then we're going to open Outlook. Just go through the steps, and it should fill out everything automatically. If you're running 2007 or running Office 2010, it'll fill it all out automatically. If you're running Office 2003, you got bigger problems than using webmail at work, and if that's the case, you need to put in a work order and let us know if you have Office 2003 on your computer. As you can see, everything syncs up automatically, and that's it. When I click finish, it's going to open, and now I have the full version, not a watered down web version, but the full version of Outlook, and this will stay open all day long as I'm logged into my computer without me having to log in again. And as you'll see, my mail will start popping in here in a second. And there we go. Now, some of the reasons I hear for not setting this up is because I float and I don't want my mailbox and the other teacher's mailbox to get confused. Guys, it won't. Look, if you go under users on a computer, you can see here at work all the different people who've created a profile on here. As long as you log into that machine and create a profile, you can set up Outlook. And while you're logged into your profile, your Outlook only has your information in it. Yes, it does require you to log into that computer when you go in the room, which means you have to log the other teacher off, but that's the way we should be doing it anyways, guys. Also, we now have our netbooks, guys, and you can set up Outlook on your netbook exactly the same way I just showed you here. Once you've created Outlook, it's real easy to create yourself a desktop shortcut to it, or pin it down to the bottom. Some people like to put all the things they go to down there on the bottom, and that's fine too. But we can just go back to that Microsoft Office folder. Once we get to the folder, we're going to right click on it and pick Send to Create Shortcut. And there it is. And then if I want to drag a copy down there on the bottom, just drag it down. I'll pin it down there. While we're looking at Outlook, let me also show you how to create an archive folder. And the reason you want to create an archive folder is because we all have the issue of our email box having so much stuff in it that we have to delete emails, and we're not allowed, we can't send because we're over our email quota. We all get that annoying message sometimes, hey, you're over your email quota. A way around that is by creating an archive folder. Now, an archive folder is great because it stores emails offline. Problem is, since they're offline, we can only access them from the host computer where the archive folder was created. In other words, if I create an archive folder on this machine and I save an email on it, I cannot go home, log into webmail, and access that email. So to create an archive folder, you're just going to go up and you're going to click New, Item, And this is a little different if you're running 2007, but I'll show you that. And then we're going to go down to new. We're going to go down to more items. We're going to go down to Outlook data file. 2007, it's a little different. You can go click the little arrow next to new. And then we're going to go down to Outlook data file. And we're going to pick the new version. We don't want to go with, we're not creating one for an old version of Outlook. So we're going to click O. And then from there, whether you're running Office 07 or Office 10, it's pretty much the same. You can name your archive whatever you want. Click OK. And it is finished. Now, once it's created, the archive will show up at the bottom of our file tree over here on the side, our little folders and everything. As you can see, there's the folder that I named. So just to show you how this works, I'm going to go to my inbox. I'm going to take this email here at the very top, and I'm going to move it to that archive folder. As you see, it left my inbox. I'm going to click on archive folder. There it is. So now that folder is stored offline, and that does not count against my overall email quota. Well, guys, that's it. Just a couple quick tips. We went over how to set up an Outlook client on your machine and also how to create an archive folder. If you have any questions, let us know.
Matt!